A few moments later. 1 hour later. 3 hours later.
What was under the rug from 5, 10, 20 years ago, all that shit's gonna come out at the same time.
Fuck yeah.
Why not try to take bits and pieces from all that bullshit we've been sweeping under the rug for all these fucking years? You know what I mean?
Right.
Shit it has to be talked about until it fucking happens.
Exactly.
We gotta stop ignoring this bullshit, man. Come on, man. We better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about white folks, they look at us and they fucking laughing at us.
All the time.
Good job or bad job, they always want to talk shit about it.
All the time.
I'm cool with that. I expect that shit, brother. But what I don't expect is for my brothers to be talking shit about me. I can't handle that because it's my people's. But anything that I see is broken, I'm gonna try to fix the shit. You know what I mean? Now it takes not just one person, it takes everybody. Everybody gotta want the shit fixed. Okay, I put shit out there, this what the fuck happened. I take ownership of my faults. Now everybody take fucking faults. That way we can fix this shit and we can just continue to live our fucking lives, man.
Mm-hmm. So
We shouldn't be fighting as black people. We shouldn't be fighting amongst each other. We shouldn't be each other's fucking enemies. You know what I mean?
Family, especially family.
Yep.
Especially
Those are the worst, man. I
Oh,
got
yeah, hell.
friends that are closer than fucking family. When I mean, I'm talking about black people. We shouldn't be fighting fucking enemy. You know what I mean? If we fighting amongst ourselves, then that means we are our own fucking enemies, man.
Hell yeah.
Is that the case? Are black people at war against each other?
That's what they
And
want.
you have people that are doing it on purpose to
That's
keep
what
us
they
separated.
want. That's what they
Well,
want.
Okay.
Helping us out. We don't want the motherfuckers here anyway. Oh, just give them the guns, give them the drugs. They gonna kill each other.
There you go.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We want our
But we ain't figured it out yet.
because we so fucking stupid and fucking gullible. We can't see straight because we always worrying about the next motherfucker outshining us. Fuck that shit, man.
The crab thing. The live crabs.
I don't even fucking like Maryland crabs. Fuck a crab. Fuck a crab. You know what the fucker? You know what the? No, let's keep this shit real. You know what fucking crabs eat? They eat
everything.
They eat anything that's dead and fucking decayed. Probably the leftovers from your dead motherfucking cousin that got shot in the head and shit. Because that crab ate everything on them, but that's what they do. They eat everything on the bottom of the roof. Man, they eat molded shit, mildewed shit. They don't eat fresh shit. They eat shit that's fucking decayed and mildewed. And that's what the fucking people eat on these crab feasts, and they love and dancing with these motherfucking scavengers. Get the fuck out of here. Give me a T-bone steak. Give me a goddamn T-bone. I'll take a McDonald's hamburger while
I'm gonna give you a good example real fast about me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For years, I couldn't stand my father.
Right.
And the reason why I couldn't stand him is because he wasn't around. And the stories that my mother and my grandmother told me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was born in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Came up here 2 years. Came up there after I was 2 years old. Then started living up here since. Now, in 1989, This is song. Sam Jones. finally she said, look. And I think, wait a minute, Sam Jones. My daddy's name was Sam Jones. So I'm gonna try to talk to my mother. That said, Daddy, don't worry about it. He ain't been worth a shit. He ain't no good. And da da da. So that's the impression I had all my life. He didn't give a shit about me. He didn't care. This, that, whatever. So finally one day I listened to my wife and I answered the call. And it was my father. Okay. He wanted me to come to New York to visit him. I said, fuck, I ain't visiting that nigga. He ain't did shit for me. Then a little while later on, I decided to go visit him. Well, here's the story that I found out that my mother and them didn't tell me. And she thought that he pushed her on the side and just got her pregnant and that was it. And just left her. Wasn't the case at all. In South Carolina, the name Jones was very reputable. They had land, they had houses, they had this, that, and whatever. My mother got pregnant. She was from the other side of the tracks. Okay? The mother, my father's mother, controlled the house quite a bit, but the daddy really ran it. She didn't want him to marry my mother. He wanted to marry my mother. But he listened to what his mother wants. Okay? So he didn't marry my mother. My mother thought that he never wanted nothing to do with her. But that wasn't the case. Her mother thought he didn't want nothing to do with her. So to go along with his wishes, was this is over almost, shit, this is about 75 years ago. It's about 80-some years ago. Okay? You kind of listen to your mama, down south especially. So he got married, had 2 or 3, 4 children, but he didn't live in South Carolina no more. He moved out of South Carolina up to try to make more money and this and that. He took care of his family, had babies over the years with his wife. But he had his house, she had her house. He did not live with her for 2 years. Because that's not where he wanted to be, and that's not where his heart wanted to be. Okay. Now the other part of the story is, out of all the children, my father always joked. He was a jokester, so you got to why I'm so crazy. Okay. He said I had 8 children, 4 inside children, and 4 outside children, and I ain't claiming no more. He said, now you're one of the outside children. Well, the other part of the story was when I said something I think yesterday, that whatever about me having a college education, I could have had one. When I went down there and found this early on in life, but I didn't really pay attention because I didn't know what all this was about. Okay. I probably didn't live in it. There was another part of the story. But the main reason my grandfather, since I was the first boy, even though my brother was 2 months younger than me. That's from the natural mom, from the outside mom. He said, I want that boy down here because he's the first boy. I want him to go to school. I will take care of him. I will raise him, give him anything he wants, this and that, because he's the firstborn. My mother said, hell no. Huh? Because she didn't know the whole story. She just thought he just left her and this tree got the booty and went on about his business. He didn't give a fuck about it. And that wasn't the case. Because the mother, his mother, never told the father he had a child on the outside. But when Daddy found out, Daddy said, oh no, I want that boy here. But my mother and them never knew this. So all these years I had all this hatred for my daddy.
Because of lies.
Uh-huh.
Because of lies and shit.
So we got there, and I was fortunate enough, we got there, I went there and talked to him. We got together, and then he got sick, and then he moved back down to South Carolina. I would go down there and visit him for about 2 or 3 summers. So we had a very good relationship. I'm happy that we had the relationship that we had. And that I didn't die with this lie that he didn't give a fuck about me. Because nobody wants to talk about it.
You see what I'm saying? Lack of communication. Family skeletons. Sometimes that shit is worth coming out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth coming out. Matter of fact, fuck all that. All the skeletons should be coming out. Fuck all that sugarcoat shit.
Why don't we take a shit to our radio on the death field? Half the neighborhood, half the world know you got power children outside. What the hell you hiding for?
Don't confess shit.
Right.
Deathbed. You might as well fucking let it out now. Because at least you can deal with the bullshit later on.
It's just like when we sneak around. You got to sneak around. You got to remember the fuck. I would have got in trouble, see. Until you got caught up in some lies, some shit, see.
I ain't messing with you.
So, when you out here doing, you sneak with a woman somewhere, or you sneak,